Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video here at EV Logic. In today's video, we're going to have our second iteration of the best lease deals of the month, this time for April 2022. So I'm going to start trying to do these once a month, and I know the market is quite difficult right now for the purchase or the lease of new vehicles just because of the long lead times. You know, some cars are taking up to 12 months. But there are still some really cool deals that we will explore here on Lease Local that we used before. There are some stock options, which means you can get the vehicle within the next 2 to 4 weeks, and there are some that's going to be factory order, so you can look at anywhere from 3 to 6 months for the options that we're going to explore today. I'm not going to look at those which are going to take 9 months plus, as that's quite a lengthy period of time I think to order a car. I will have my link down below in the description. So if you are looking to lease via Lease Loco, please use that link. You'll be able to get a good deal. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys the best deals. And before we do start, as always, guys, please do give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave your comments down below if there is any cars that tickle your fancy or if there is something that you are particularly after. As always, before we get started, you need to remember to shop the deal, not the car, because cars, in terms of their list price, they're always going to be quite expensive. Randomly, these manufacturers will have a random sort of, depending on the time of the year or whether the car is at the end of life, whatever it might be, you will see these promotional offers that they will sometimes release. Lease Loco is a nice comparison website for that, so we can see some of those best deals. Let's get started. So the first car that we're going to look at is the Hyundai or Hyundai, depending on where in the world you are, Kona Electric. Now this is a stable, dependable, reliable family electric car, which I think is pretty cool. Hyundai have come on leaps and bounds over the years. You can see here that it is in stock, so you can expect to get this within the next, hopefully, 2 to 4 weeks if you were to order today. And it's got a least local score of 89, so they give you a score out of 100 for the best sort of deals. This is dependent on a number of different factors. It's a £2,900 deposit up front and £311 a month. Now, this is for 5,000 miles, but you can change that to whatever your actual mileage is. And you can even up the deposit or the length of the term. But 3 years and the 9 month for this particular car seems to be the sweet spot in terms of value for money. I think £311 for this car a month is actually quite good value because, especially if you consider the savings you're going to get over a petrol or electric car. You can see it is a little bit more expensive than it has been previously. There was actually even better deal here a month ago, but because it's in stock, that's why you're going to be paying a little bit more than if it was a factory order. And in terms of the car itself, so it is a 301 claimed range, 301 miles claimed range, which is not bad. 0 to 60 in 7.9 seconds. So it's reasonably lippy. But remember, with Hyundai, you also get a 5-year warranty. So so a lot of the times with leases, if you take out a 4-year lease, but the manufacturer warranty is for 3 years, anything that happens in that 4th year is on you. Hyundai's warranty is a bit longer, and it's insurance group 24A, so it's not going to be that bad to insure as well. And yeah, I think the car looks reasonably smart. It's a good family car. It's spacious, decent quality, good claimed range, decent interior, and you get Apple CarPlay and everything like that. And this is the premium trim. So this is sort of the mid spec. It's not the entry level SE, and it's not the highest Ultimate. Let's check out the next car. Our second car that I'm recommending here is the MG Motor UK MG5. Now, the reason I'm recommending this is because in terms of if you are after a really cheap entry level option into the EV world, you're not going to get much cheaper than this. You can see here it's a 4-year deal, but for £2,800 deposit, you're going to be paying £220 a month. Now, normally you're paying £200 plus a month for an entry level petrol, diesel, let alone electric car. So your savings are going to be ridiculous. It's in stock as well, so this is going to take, you get this in the next month or so. This is the entry level Excite. There is another exclusive model which is available actually via Lease Loco, but I think it's a factory order, so it's going to be a little bit more per month. The reason I've gone for this one is I think it's, if you're after the cheap and cheerful, It's a great option, and you can see here it's actually the cheapest it's been in the last 30 days. So it's actually much cheaper than what it was a month ago. So this is probably the best deal it's been in a while. And the car itself, look, it's a family estate, so there is plenty of room for if you're a family of 4, 5, or even more. If you're after for space and just something that gets you from A to B with a decent looking interior, I think this is a reasonably good option. Taking a look at the car itself, you can see here the insurance is Group 27D, so it's not going to be expensive to insure. Claimed range of about 250 miles. Realistically, you can look at maybe about 200 for that, so it's still not bad. 0 to 60 in under 8 seconds, 7.7 seconds. So even for a car this size, that's pretty decent, right? So I think that's if you're after the entry level model of a vehicle, this is certainly something to consider. Let's move on to the next car. Stepping up in terms of premium and luxury, we've actually got what's new to the UK market, the Tesla Model Y long range. Now, I'm putting this up here because it is in stock. Tesla, if you wanted to buy a Model 3 right now, you're waiting a year. There is in-stock options of this Tesla Model Y. This may be because of cancelled orders that were ordered previously, I'm not sure, but it is in stock. Obviously, it's going to be a bit pricey compared to the other options that we've looked at, but it is a premium option, and this is a car that's well over £50,000 if you were to buy it. So to lease it for 4 years at £4,500 deposit or just under, and £480 a month is actually pretty reasonable considering the value of the car. And again, this is 5,000 miles a year. You can change that to whatever your mileage is. And again, it's the cheapest that has been on Lease Loco for 30 days. So if you are a Tesla fanboy or fangirl, and you want the brand new Tesla to the UK, I personally prefer this to the Tesla Model 3. I think it looks a little bit nicer. The 3 looks a little bit frog-like. If you want range, semi-luxury, the best tech and the best the best charging network that you're going to find in terms of the Tesla superchargers, you're going to go for a Tesla, right? It's going to be a Model 3 or Model Y, or the previous S or X. But as you can see here, I think it's a decent looking car. It's got the same interior and tech as you would find in a Tesla Model 3 with that long moon roof thing. It's spacious. There has been some criticism of the car that's a little bit firm, so I wouldn't spec the car with the bigger wheels, just keep it as it is. But look, 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds, so you're going to have fun driving this, right? Claimed range of 330 miles. Even if you get not near that, you're still going to get near 300 miles, so it's perfectly fine. So it's in stock. If you want a Tesla and it's the brand new Tesla, it's all-wheel drive, long range, the Tesla Model Y is something to go for. And the last car, which is not a stock option, this is actually a factory order, but I'm mentioning this specifically because I have recently talked about the Polestar 2, and I think it's a pretty nice car, and I personally prefer it to a Tesla Model 3, just because it's not as spacious, and you're not going to get the same range. But I think the interior is slightly better built, and it's a little bit more better to drive, and it's just better quality, in my opinion. And I also think it looks nicer, but again, that's subjective, right? But it is a factory order, so you probably, if you were to order today, you're looking at about a September delivery. For 3,600 deposit, you're talking at just under £400 a month. Again, for this car, it's not bad. It is the standard range, but that includes the Pilot Pack. So the Pilot Pack is the one where you get the 360-degree camera, lane assist, the adaptive cruise control, which for me is a non-negotiable, especially when you're talking about this price of car, right? So, we've talked about the Polestar 2 already. So that 380 miles range here that is put up is wrong. This Lease Loco need to correct this. You don't get that for the standard range. So it's 273 is the actual claimed range. Again, you're looking at about 240 probably reality. Insurance group of 34E, so it's not too bad. 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds, so there's plenty of punch and power for the car itself. I think I know I've talked about it before. I still think it looks really nice. I love the light bar at the back. I think it's a fantastic option. Great interior, Android infotainment. So if you want tech, it's up there with Tesla anyway. The yellow seat belts are not available, or the gold seat belts on this particular model we're looking at. But yeah, it's a great looking car, and I think it's a great option if you're after something that's an alternative to a Tesla Model 3. Thanks for watching, guys. As mentioned at the start of the video, I will leave a link down below to all of the different cars that we've just discussed, as well as a link to Lease Loco where you can lease your own car. There is obviously there is loads of other options. I've just picked out what I think are the best deals for the month that are available right now, a mixture of stock options and the Polestar 2 that we just saw, which is a factory order. As always, guys, please do give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave your comments down below. And I will see you guys again next week. Peace out.